In my first year of university, I would literally do the bare minimum of what was required for me to just pass by. Lectures were mandatory, so I didn't attend them. I'd be half-assing assignments, and when it came to group projects, I'd do the bare minimum of my own role. I wouldn't help the other members. I wouldn't step up as a leader. I wouldn't communicate that much. I wasn't doing what was necessary to become a great engineer once I graduated. I was on a trajectory to being a mediocre engineer. And it wasn't until I had this realization that engineers do a lot for humanity. Like, they do a lot, right? Think about it. Look at the car that you drive to work and to school. Who made those? Who designed those? Engineers. Engineers do. Who makes the medical devices that literally save lives and change human lives for the better? Engineers. Who's going to be designing sustainable forms of energy that's literally going to reverse climate change and reverse global warming? Engineers. Engineers help the development of humanity, and they save Earth and its physical form. Like, think about that for a second. Isn't it super powerful what engineers do? They're literal heroes in disguise, and not many people realize that. And it's surprising that not even engineering students like myself in first year realized that. So it wasn't until I had that realization that I sort of had this transformation in my mindset. Because when I was a kid, I remember I'd watch superhero movies like Spider-Man, Batman, and Iron Man, and Aquaman, whatever. I'd watch all those movies and I'd really be inspired because I wanted to be a kind of person that would help people ever since I was a kid, even until my teen years and the adult years when I entered university. I wanted to be someone that would help people. And there I was in university in a degree that would help people, and I didn't realize it. I didn't realize how much engineering did for humanity until I had that thought of that it does all these things like build cars, medical devices, sustainable forms of energy. So it was until that point that I changed. Because fast forward 3 years, I don't skip classes anymore like first year Aaron. I lead group projects, don't do the bare minimum anymore, and in my free time I literally make personal projects. Like I'll literally put it on the screen right now. And all these experiences that I accumulated in my development allowed me to get my very first engineering internship with ease. It literally took like 2 weeks. 2 weeks only. Some people take months, and I did it months less than them. 2 weeks. Think about that. That's how powerful it is to have passion with your work, to have the heart of an engineer. Today I am working that internship full-time, literally doing engineering in the engineering field, real work, not just school. And I am becoming the great engineer that I want to be. And even in my free time right now, it's literally like Saturday morning. It's Saturday morning. I don't know if you could see that, but it's literally my free time. It's my day off from the internship job. And I'm still talking about engineering to you because I want to inspire the people that were like me who had no passion. And I also want to help other people who don't have experience but are passionate through Engineering Employment Mission, linked down below. It's my community and course that helps engineers that were like me who had no experience, no design club experience, no research experience, no network, nothing like that. And I still help them get the internship because I was in the exact same shoes. I'm someone that you could relate to. I didn't have any experience other than the personal projects that I made. And what did the personal projects show? It showed that I had passion. And I want to use that passion to help other passionate engineers inside of Engineering Employment Mission so that they can get their first engineering internship. Because internships are the most important thing in engineering university. You can agree with me on that, right? Because when you graduate university, what are you looking for? You're looking for a job. And the most important thing that you could look for in university to help you get that job after you graduate is an internship. And you realize that because you're a smart young man like me. I can relate to you. It doesn't matter where you're at. As long as you have heart, you don't need experience at all. You don't need it. Heart is our advantageous edge. Think about it. I only had personal projects to work with, right? And those personal projects were small, yeah. I just used SolidWorks for some of them. I just used 3D printings for some of them. But it still got me the internship in a short period of time, much shorter than other people. So I hope you can see now that personal projects are super powerful. And that's the point that I want to talk about now. Personal projects. Personal projects are going to be our cheat code as passionate engineers. Me and you, we're the passionate engineers. And that's our advantage. Now listen closely. Personal projects, they show one thing that a lot of engineers lack. And I'm not going to say passion again, but it shows initiative. Think about it. Who's someone that can make a personal project? Someone that takes initiative. And a lot of engineering students, as you might have seen, don't take initiative. Think about your group projects. When the teacher told everyone to pick a group leader, I'm sure you had some times in your group projects where nobody stepped up as leader. Why? Because not a lot of people have initiative. So how can you show initiative? How can you show initiative? One way that can be powerful is design clubs, but it does take a lot of effort to run a design club, and some people might not have time for it. So what's the alternative option? Personal projects. Personal projects show passion and initiative, as I just said in the past few minutes. Now let's go back to design clubs and compare it to personal projects, because a lot of people work on design clubs, right? But not a lot of people do personal projects. And when you're a design club person, you're most likely not the leader of the design club, right? A lot of people just join that design club just for the fun of it, just because they want someone else to tell them what to do. But when you have your personal projects, you tell yourself what to do. You tell yourself what to do. You're a leader. You're a self-starter. That's something that is in a lot of job postings that you might see on LinkedIn and Indeed, Glassdoor. You're going to see a lot of job posting that looks for someone who is a self-starter. I'll maybe put some on the screen. And what other way to show that? With your own projects that are related to engineering, right? I literally asked my boss at my current internship. I had a one-on-one conversation with him. I have them like every 2 weeks. And I asked him a very important question. I was like, so what was it that got me this internship? What was the single thing that got me this internship? And you know what he told me? He told me that he looked at my portfolio, he saw a rotary engine, and he was very surprised by it. Like I'll put the sheet on the screen. It was a rotary engine. It wasn't that complicated to make. It wasn't 100% accurate to the actual rotary engine, but it was something that showed a lot of my passion. Because let me ask you, who's making their own rotary engine in university? Have you met anyone who does these kinds of projects, just designs on the computer a rotary engine and then just 3D prints it? Can you say that you know anyone that actually spends free time doing that? Probably not. And if you do, it's probably just like one other person. That's super rare in university, let alone in engineers. So think about it. What if you were to do that? What if you were to make your own personal projects that align to the industry that you wanted to go into and that align to the dream position that you wanted to go into when you graduated? Think about that. You would easily get the internship that you're looking for right now. Why? Because you're showing interest in the industry that you want to go into, and you're showing that you have the skills for the position of this position that's in this industry, right? You're showing the skills, and you're showing the passion, and you're showing that you have initiative. Personal projects are very powerful. You can't really show that if you're in a design club, right? Because you're not an initiator if you just joined a group project or a design club. You can't really show if you're passionate because a lot of people in design clubs just join for the hell of it. And you can't really show skill either because a lot of the design club projects relies on other people. And if you showcase a design club project in your portfolio, the recruiter doesn't know if it was actually you who did all of that work, right? But if you have a personal project, nobody else was included but you. It was you who made that yourself, and that's your own skills that actually designed that project, right? So let's look at another example of a comparison that we could talk about. So let's say there's two candidates, right? And these two candidates have the exact same skills, exact same skill set, and exact same knowledge, right? I would say one of them just works for a random company. It just joined that company just for the hell of it, right? Because he needed a job, basically. And then let's say this other guy is literally Mark Rober. Mark Rober, the guy that spends his free time making personal projects, the guy that literally cries and tears up and gets emotional when he does these engineering projects. Who do you think is going to get the job? It's obviously going to be Mark Rober, right? Because he shows an immense amount of passion. And that's what I'm trying to say with this video. That's what I was trying to say when I wrote this title. So now you need some action to take. What are you going to do to show your passion and your heart and that you have initiative? Obviously, personal projects, right? So first thing, look at the industry that you want to go into. Look at the type of position that you want to go into. So say if you want to work at Tesla Motors and you want to be a design engineer there, work on your CAD skills, work on your prototyping skills with 3D printing and all that. And not only work on your skills, but also study the industry so that you have the knowledge of what goes on in the automotive industry, you know? Now with personal projects aside, how are you going to show the other skills like communication and leadership? How are you going to show that? What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to step up as group leader when you do these course projects. Okay. A lot of people, I'm sure you know of it, don't step up as engineering leaders when you have a group project, right? A lot of people are shy in university and they don't want to be a leader. So that's going to be you who steps up as leader. You're going to be the one that assigns the group project a deadline, the group project roles for everyone, and you're gonna sort meetings. So the combination of having personal projects and leading group meetings gives you pretty much all of the required traits of a successful engineer, a great engineer. You have the soft skills of communication and all that, and then you also have the initiative, and you have the hard skills of having the actual skill required for your desired position, your dream position. Now, once you have all these personal projects ready to go, you're gonna put them in a design portfolio. And I have some templates in the link below as well. Inside the engineering employment mission link, it includes a batch of templates for resumes, cover letters, and portfolios. And if you click the second link in the description, you could just have access to some singular ones if you don't want the complete one.